Hello, my sewing friends. Hey, you want to hear about my sewcation? I'm Jen, and I have returned to my sewing room where I'm telling you what, I am revved up and ready to go because I have just spent the weekend with 4 of the most precious sewing friends that I think I will ever have in my life. These women were amazing, and we get together every Tuesday night to Zoom, and we just hang out and sew. And it's a great way for us to have gotten to know each other. They are Heather from Textile Tailored Thoughts, and Madi from Madi Sews, and Michelle from Michelle Sews Again, and Carmen from Carmen Salome. We all live in Florida, except Madi. Madi's kind of an adopted Floridian because her in-laws live here. So we decided we needed a weekend. After Zooming every Tuesday night, and we still do that, but we just like to hang out together and just kind of talk and help each other. And so we do that through Zoom, but we knew we needed a weekend all together when we could fabric shop and hang out and just be together and sew. And so we did. Over Labor Day weekend, this past weekend, we decided we would meet in Fort Lauderdale area because Michelle and Heather both lived there in Florida. Carmen and I are on the Gulf Coast on the other side, but Florida is really skinny, so it's only about 2.5 hours away. Oh my goodness, you all, if you ever want an event coordinator who will go above and beyond and turn it into an amazing thing beyond belief, Heather is your girl. Because, oh my goodness, it was, wow, I couldn't get over it. I just kept looking and shaking my head and going, oh my gosh. And you know what? They would walk in and it was like, I'm meeting you in real life. I love this. Heather had rented an Airbnb for us. And when Carmen and I walked in on Thursday evening, there were tables set up with various sewing machines. I had brought my sewing machine, but Heather already had 4 of them there. So there was a sewing machine for each person, which was amazing. Then I went around the corner, and there's this table sitting under the television, and it's got wrapped gift boxes sitting there. And then there are gift bags underneath. And then there are more gift bags in front of the boxes. And then there's another box over on the side that had all these rolled up things, gifts, but we couldn't tell what they were. We assumed that they were probably patterns that she'd had printed, which that's exactly what they were. A couple of yardsticks. I couldn't get over it. We went that evening, we had dinner out. It was the only evening that we had dinner out because we ate in, because Madi cooked and so did Heather. I'm telling you, Heather, that woman, she's amazing. She's truly amazing. So we did that, and then that evening, right before, Madi flew in on Friday. So on Thursday evening, after we went out to eat, we stopped by a Goodwill Superstore. It was amazing. And that was fun because Michelle didn't have any idea the concept of how you go in and actually find stuff without having to go through every single little thing. So it was fun to watch her kind of learn. And I'm telling you what, Heather is the master at finding stuff. And this Goodwill had fabric. I was so amazed because my Goodwill never does. So then on Friday, Madi flew in and we set up a whole thing with tie-dye stuff so that Michelle could teach us about ice dyeing. And we did that while Heather was picking up Madi at the airport. So when Madi got there, it was all ready to go. Michelle had said, bring a t-shirt or something you want to dye. So I had been at the Dollar Tree getting a couple of things for the little gift bags that I put together, and I saw these t-shirts. So these were only $1 each, and they're 100% cotton. So we learned all about folding and design and wrapping and, tying things up, and how to mix the dyes together, how the dye will react with soda ash, which is a thing that you add. You do that first, and so we did that, and how long to leave it, how much ice to put on it, how to, just all the little ins and outs of how to do ice dyeing, because it's not just, get some dye and dunk it in and there you go. There's a lot more to it than that. And Michelle, who will tell you she is not as good a teacher as she would like to be, she's a great teacher. She had so much information. So we tie-dyed stuff. This was one of the tank tops I did. gosh, can you believe it's like it has little butterflies on it all going up here. And that's just the way it was folded. I mean, I just was messing around, you know, just, oh, I think I'll do it this way. And then this is the other one. These colors, Michelle had the most beautiful colors of dye. So we did that on Friday morning, and then Friday afternoon, of course, we had to go shopping. Of course we did. So we did some fabric shopping, and then we opened some gifts. That was kind of fun. One of the gifts was from Michelle, and she has a tutorial on how to do this that I will link. But she made these little tote bags, and in them, she put a skein of yarn, no, 2 skeins of yarn, and knitting needles. And you can tell I tried. I truly tried. She taught us how to knit on Saturday evening, and we did okay. Some of us better than others. Yeah, I need some practice, but what a wonderful gift. And then not just the gift, but to sit down and have the patience to teach us how to do it. And she really is a good teacher. Don't let her tell you otherwise, because she really is. So cute little bag, and this one has my name on it. She did that, I think, with her Cricut. So that was wonderful. And then Heather and her amazing gift baskets. Oh my goodness. Let me just show you. I just have to show you. Okay, first of all, the basket. First thing I saw was this. This is a seam gauge, but it's a fancy one. I have the little metal ones, but this is nice. And on a Zoom call one evening, we were talking about these. She goes, I hate this thing. And I said, I love that. Oh my gosh, you can have all my metal ones and I'll take that. And she said, I will save it for you. And she did. So that was there. And then she had a mug for each of us. Mine says, this jelly roll is going straight to my fat quarters. I love that. And it's the shape of the mug. I talked about this when I opened it. I said, I love the shape of this mug. It's perfect for the way that I drink coffee. My favorite mug is shaped like this. So that was cool. She had some little labels. These are just cotton printed labels, stitched with love, authentic, crafted with care. They're just little labels that you can buy. And then she had, let's see, this is a magnet, which is so great because I have a metal cart over here and I could just stick it on there. And it had needles stuck to it. And I thought, what a great idea. What a great way to keep your needles. So that was in there. Had a little tiny, just a little tiny tin. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just the, some little precious thing that you want to put in there? A spool of thread, a button, and, something from your grandmother or something from your mom. That's just a cool thing. And then this wonderful little notepad. I cannot tell you how many times I'll be in this room and I'll need to jot something down. And this is perfect for that. And it's just creative is a way of life. And then it's just got this little, that was in there. And then she has a pillow cover in here. And I didn't even open this. But, it's just to cover a pillow. And the great thing is I have all kinds of pillows in my house. And I need one for the back of my chair here. So this is going to be perfect for that. And I'm going to pull this out. And it says, sewing is my therapy. I love that. I love that. It's got a needle and thread. Oh, she's so thoughtful. She was just so thoughtful. So there's that. And then she had fabric for each of us in our favorite colors. And this is a crepe, a polyester crepe paisley. Look at how gorgeous this is. So pretty. It's just beautiful. So that was also in there. Well, the next day, there was more. She did little tickets and we did little raffles and we got patterns. And one of the gift baskets I got to pick, and it had this in it. This is a bank, but look at it. It's a spool of thread. It's just going to be the coolest thing to put over in my little area, around where my sewing machines are. I just love it. Oh, I just love it. And the other thing about this is that my daughter created a logo for me and put a spool of thread on the end of it. And I just think it's so cool. So that happened. And when we went fabric shopping, we went down on Saturday, we went down into Miami, and we went to 4 different stores there. On Friday night, we hit 2, I think. So I have a lot of fabric to show you. And then Heather brought this huge stash of patterns that she wanted to get rid of. So we all went through them and picked out the ones we wanted. And I also got a pattern from her, one of the patterns that was over in the corner. And man, I'll tell you what, I went through that stash and I have a lot of patterns to show you. I brought a ton of patterns. So, you know, it was really nice to be able to get rid of those. I brought some fabric out of my stash that I had pulled that I thought I would love for them to have some of it. So some of that went to some of them. And we decided after we were home again, you know, we thought, well, when we talk about this on our channel, what are 3 things that we want to talk about? The best moment, what I learned, and my advice if you want to do this with your friends. The best moment was impossible to nail down. It was all the best moments. You know, it was when we saw each other for the first time. It was when we would open presents and we knew that that person had thought specifically about us. It was so personalized. It was so, you know, I want you, I know you, and I want you to have this. That was a beautiful thing. There was one moment when they said, oh, Jen's interview with Andrew's on. And so we all, it's like, okay. We all sat and watched the interview, the YouTube video on the television. But the next day we watched, well, actually it was Sunday, we watched Maddie watch a video that Thoughtful Creativity had done about Project Dress a Girl. And this is a project that Maddie is kind of heading up. And in September, we have a lot of vloggers who are, you know, participating and talking about the project. And I will talk about that more, but just to watch her respond to this video, it kind of chokes me up to think about it, to be honest. Yeah, but that was wonderful. Just being with these women was wonderful. Laughing with these women was wonderful. Maddie cooked for us one evening and made us a Puerto Rican dish. That was wonderful. It tasted great. We're still eating it. I brought home leftovers. Heather made an amazing lasagna one evening. We didn't have to go anywhere to eat because we kind of brought junk food. And so we snacked, but we always ate in. That was fantastic. You know, one of the funnier things, along with the best moments, you know, these are all best moments, but one of the funny things for me, the joke for me of the weekend was that they're all so short and I'm tall. And so I was the giant walking around, you know, going, here, let me get that fabric down for you, and let me put that away. Oh, it was just so funny. I think it's much funnier to me than it was to them. But the other thing was the mirror in the bathroom was set kind of high. So I was fine, you know, I could see from my shoulders up, and they're all looking like this. It was hilarious. So anyway, I got a laugh out of that. Like I say, I think that was much funnier to me than it was to them, but oh my goodness. Just being able to get opinions, you know, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, Monty, come here, I found this. Michelle, did you see this? Carmen, weren't you looking for this? Heather, look at this fabric. All of that was just, it's just the best. It's just the best. What I learned. Heather taught me what bengaline is. I thought I knew what bengaline fabric was, but I didn't. She clarified that for me. It was really, really great. All of the stuff I learned from Michelle about tie-dye and about ice dyeing. It was so good. Just so good to learn about that stuff. Maddie had a way of doing continuous bias tape, and I had learned about that a long time ago, but she did it a different way, and so I learned all about that. I kind of caught a little bit of the pattern matching discussion that was going on with Michelle and Maddie. Michelle was making a jacket, and she wanted to know how to match up the pockets with the pattern, and so that it was just so helpful. So we all learned stuff. We all helped each other. And if you want to do this, my advice would be pick a destination where you're going to enjoy the environment, because we did. And pick a place that's got great fabric shopping, because that's going to be a big, big part of your weekend. Pick a place that's got enough room for everybody. We all had our own bed, which was great, but we all shared a bathroom, but that was fine too, because we didn't care. We were like working with it. But next time when we do it, we're gonna see if we can get a pool and a little bigger place. You wanna make sure that you have enough room to sew and to do stuff, and we did. It was fine. So what a weekend. Oh, I love these women. We just bonded, you know? And that's the best part about it. I like things like conferences and festivals and expos and things like that. But if I were going to do one of those, I would still want to stay in a place with my close friends where I knew I could go back and do all the things with them that I wanted to do. Just enjoy their company, because they are wonderful. I have so many more things to show you. I can't wait to do that. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.